Good morning. The question has come up on a post I put up of hand pollinating my flowers for my plants. Here in this area of North Carolina, we have very few, if any, bees. I've seen so few in my garden that for the last 3 years, everything that I've planted has flowered beautifully like this. And then they die and I have no vegetables. So I've started hand pollinating. Hand pollinating just requires a couple simple things. I use a small paper cup and a paintbrush. Fine hairs, not a stiff one, a puffy bristled brush. And this is what we do. Go to the flower. This is the male flower where the pollen is. Rub the brush around to get all that pollen off. Then I shake it into the cup. And move on to the next flower. With the excess pollen off, I go to the next flower and I rub the brush carefully around, removing any excess pollen and adding more pollen from the last flower to this flower. And then on to the third flower until I've collected and transported the pollen from one flower to the next and on, and every flower is been dusted with the pollen. This has to be done early in the morning because most of the time, like squash, they'll open early and as soon as the sun hits them, they close right back up. You can be done with any plants you want. It's especially done if you're trying to keep seeds for a particular type of plant and you don't want any cross-pollination. But just remember, if you're trying to do this for each type of plant, like squash and zucchini, if you cross-pollinate like this, you can get a half squash, half zucchini. It works though, and they're edible plants. Hopefully I can get more of this, like this pretty little turban squash and my beautiful little acorn squash coming out. And down here we have some yellow squash. Hope this helps. Ask any questions if you have any.